What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly what I'm looking at for the day. And also, this is one of the most important days, as you know, the FOMC is coming, and this is the first time for the new chair to be part of the new FOMC meeting. So it's going to be a very volatile day. As you can see over here, we have the Federal's fund rate. So if it comes in a little bit lower than 3.75, then I'm expecting that it's going to be a bit more bullish for crypto and stuff, but if it's a bit higher than 3.7, then we'll probably see crypto go down more, right? So I'm going to speak about crypto, I'm going to speak about gold, I'm going to speak about the Nasdaq and potential trades that I'm looking at for today. Obviously, this is a little bit later, so just watch out, guys. Around about 7 hours time, this data will be coming out, so it's going to be super volatile today, so just be careful, right? So when we go to the chart, so this is just the trade that I'm currently in. Let's have a look at gold, for example. We're actually going to change this. Yeah, here we go. All right, so gold, for example, for me is bearish, right? I'm looking for sells today, to be honest with you. And the reason why I'm looking for sells, we are at the point of control. We've tried to come up to this daily fair value gap over here, and we have broken structure to the downside, right? So most of, everything's kind of pointing to the downside for gold. So I'm looking for price to come down lower for gold. As we did break structure, we've climbed back up to these key levels over here. So for me right now, gold is in a vulnerable position in terms of looking for longs. You look at the 4 hour time frame, you can see that we cannot close above this level. We have tapped this, this daily gap. We are currently at the point of control. So this would be the key zone for sells, right? So yeah, that's kind of the game plan today. Looking for sells for gold. Overall, quite bearish on gold right now in terms of the structure. Unless we start breaking back above this zone over here, then longs become valid, because we'll also have like a break of trend from the upside over here if we bring this down, right? So for me right now, I think just sells are valid. Then looking at the Nasdaq, I still think that there's a good chance that we can come up higher here. We have tapped this gap over here for potential bounce. The Nasdaq is looking like it wants to go higher. We'll see what happens here, but this could be a potential double top, but I don't think so. I still think we can potentially get a short from this zone, the 31,700 zone. We've spoken about this multiple times in the channel, and I do think that this is a strong level for me personally, okay? So this is something I'm looking at for the time being. We'll see what happens if we can get a push. Then if we look at Bitcoin, let's have a look over here. So yesterday, let's have a look. All right, so what have I marked out here? Let's have a look and see. This is the daily. It was that previous day high and low, okay? So if we look at the 4 hour time frame right now, you can see that we are currently breaking below this level. There is this massive fair value gap over here. There's also this over here. If we bring the fib from this low over here to this high, we at key levels. Let me just change these colors to black. All right. Yeah, there is a potential for a bounce for crypto today, because we are coming back down over here. The problem is structurally it's still bearish, as we have not broken this previous level. We also have this trend right over here that is potentially needs to obviously stay intact, right, for the bulls, right? If we start losing that trend over there, there's a good chance that we come lower, and that would also be a loss of that fair value gap over there, and also the loss of the fibs. So breaking that level would be potentially not good for crypto. So it all depends on what's going to happen today with FOMC, right? So that's a little bit later, so make sure you guys check that out. But for crypto, this would be your buy zone right here, looking to target this high over here, and then also this daily fair value gap a little bit higher, right? We haven't tapped that zone just yet, so there is a good chance that crypto does see a bounce into that gap for continuation. All right, so that's kind of my game plan for today. If we look at Ethereum, though, a little bit different. We actually caught some beautiful setups yesterday and today. Caught a nice little sell and a long. So we longed over here, and then we actually took a sell right over here during the one live stream. So basically sells were valid, closed below this level here, and I do think that if you're looking at this chart, Ethereum can potentially come lower here, looking to target 1747, even potentially this low over here, down here. So right now this is quite bearish, breaking below this gap over here, breaking below this trend, and also not holding this point of control will look like we might come lower here for Ethereum. So overall, guys, looking for potential sells going into the meeting later, but we shall see what happens. But yeah, hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember to also look at the description, as we do have all the links in the description there for you guys to join TMT. Make sure you can track all your trades on there. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great one.